Simulan mong abutin ang iyong pangarap na magbibigay dangal sa iyong bukas. Ang suliranin, hindi laging nandyan, dapat mong harapin. Kami iyong kasama sa bawat takin, magkaakbay nating lulutasin. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, ang boses mo ay mahalaga. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, ikaw lagi ang bida. Ang mga aral ay ginintuang atin ng bawat guro na siyang gagabay sa iyong pagkamulat. Naway umukit ito sa iyong isipan, maging mapanuri, sundin ng wasto at nararapat. Kagandahang asal ang ipakita, ipadama ang pusong may malasakit. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, ang boses mo ay mahalaga. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, ikaw lagi ang bida. Sakali mang tayo'y subukin ng unos, ating haharapin ng walang takot. Sasamahan ka ni Fernan at Dino, ang bagong barkada mo. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, boses mo ay mahalaga. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, edukasyon mo'y sigurado na. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, boses mo ay mahalaga. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, edukasyon mo'y sigurado na.
Fernandino Teens TV.
Bakit nakakunot ang noo mo dyan, Nan? Ang lalim yata ng iniisip mo.
Iniisip ko lang kasi kung ano-anong sizes ng mga box ang bibilhin ko para sa mga queso de bola na ibabalot ko para ipamimigay sa Pasko. Alam ko naman ang diameter ng mga queso de bola, pero iba-iba rin ang sizes nila.
Sa tingin ko, ang volume ng mga box ang dapat mong malaman. Pero, nangangailangan din ng algebra yan eh. Bakit di natin panoorin ang episode ng Fernandino Teens TV Season 2 ngayong araw? Paniguradong makatutulong ito sa iyo.
Oo nga, handa na akong matuto. Tara!
Let's G!
Hi there! How are you today, Fernandino Teens? I hope you are doing great. I am Ma'am Renea Bondoc, and I will be your math teacher lecturer for this episode of Fernandino Teens TV Season 2. Christmas is just around the corner, and just like Nan, if not all, most people are already preparing for gift giving. It is the spirit of Christmas after all. Are you also curious on how to find the volume of a box or a cube assuming its dimensions? Nice! But before we go there, let us have the objectives for today. First, find inductively the cube of a binomial and the product of a binomial and a trinomial in the form quantity a plus minus b times the quantity a squared minus plus ab plus b squared. For the second objective, we have solve problems involving algebraic expressions. Third, appreciate the use of algebraic expressions in solving real-life problems. From one of the episodes of Fernandino Teens TV Season 1, Ma'am Vina already showed you how to find the product of two binomials and solve for the special products, which are the square of a binomial and the product of the sum and difference of two terms. Let us recall how to solve some items about the lesson by answering the first activity. Choose the letter of your answer. You can type your answer on the comment box if you are watching via YouTube, or you can write your answer on a clean sheet of paper if you are watching via television. First question, to easily find the product of two binomials, we can use the blank method. Is it letter A, foil, or B, coil? If your answer is letter A, foil, then you are correct. Great job! Now, Fernandino Teens, do you remember the meaning of the acronym FOIL? F stands for the first terms, O means the outer terms, while the meaning of I in FOIL is inner terms, and L means last terms of the two binomials. Next question. In squaring a binomial, what is the pattern for the square of the quantity A plus minus B? Is it letter A squared plus minus AB plus B squared? Or B, A squared plus minus 2AB plus B squared? Fantastic! It is letter B, A squared plus minus 2AB plus B squared. In finding the square of a binomial, we can use these patterns that are shown on the screen. For the last question, what is the product of a sum and difference of two terms, which are the quantity A plus B times the quantity A minus B? Is it letter A squared plus B squared, or letter B, A squared minus B squared? If your answer is letter B, A squared minus B squared, then you are correct. You are impressive. If we will be using FOIL method to find the product of the quantity A plus B and the quantity A minus B, then we will get A squared minus AB plus AB minus B squared. Negative AB plus positive AB will result to 0. That is why the final answer is A squared minus B squared. I am sure that your memory is refreshed. Let us now go to our main topic for today. If the square of a binomial means that a binomial will be used as a factor 2 times, then the cube of a binomial means that a binomial will be used as a factor 3 times. This is the first case of the cube of a binomial, which is the cube of the quantity A plus B, where the operation is addition. In multiplying these three binomials, we must multiply the first two binomials first. We will be using the FOIL method. For the first terms, A times A is A squared. For the outer terms, A times B is AB. For the inner terms, B times A is AB. And the last terms, B times B is B squared. Then, we combine the like terms, which are AB and AB. AB plus AB is 2AB. The product is A squared plus 2AB plus B squared. Now, we multiply A squared plus 2AB plus B squared by the third binomial A plus B. In here, we will be using the distributive property, where each term of the trinomial will be multiplied by the terms of the binomial. First, we multiply A squared by A. The answer is A cubed. Again, we multiply A squared by B. The answer is A squared B. For the second term of the trinomial, we multiply 2AB plus A. The answer is 2A squared B. Now, we multiply 2AB by B. The answer is 2AB squared. For the third term of the trinomial, we multiply B squared by A. The answer is AB squared. Lastly, we multiply B squared by B. The answer is B cubed. look for the like terms and simplify them. Do we have like terms? Yes, very good. The like terms are a squared b and 2a squared b and ab squared and 2ab squared. A cube is not like any other terms. We copy a cubed. This will be the first term. For the second term, a squared b plus 2a squared b is equal to 3a squared b. For the third term, ab squared plus 2ab squared is equal to 3ab squared. We also copy b cubed because it is not similar with the other terms. Therefore, the cube of the quantity a plus b is a cubed plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b cubed. Are you getting used to it? I hope you are. But before we continue, let us first pause for a break. When we come back, we will have the second case for the cube of a binomial. Stay tuned until Fernandina Teens TV Season 2 returns.
Ang Schools Division Office City of San Fernando, Pampanga ay kaisa ng Department of Education sa pagsasagawa ng mga proyekto at programa na tumutugon sa mga pangangailangan ng mga mag-aaral. Inilunsad ang Division Call Center for Tutors and Guidance Counselors upang magbigay ng educational at psychological assistance sa mga mag-aaral, magulang at stakeholders ng division. Kaya, kung may nais kayong itanong tungkol sa pag-aaral, maaaring magpadala ng mensahe sa Division Call Center for Tutors and Guidance Counselors Facebook page o tumawag sa mga numero na makikita sa ibaba ng inyong screen tuwing Lunes hanggang Biyernes sa ganap na alas 8 ng umaga hanggang alas 6 ng gabi. Maaari rin kayong sumangguni sa ating guidance counselors na nagbibigay ng guidance and counseling services. Lahat ng inyong ibabahagi ay mananatiling confidential. Ang nasabing programa ay nagsisilbing daan upang malaman ang feedbacks ng stakeholders para matulungan ang ating divisyon na mapagbuti pa ang mga sumusunod na programa. Ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Tumawag na sa aming mga numero o bumisita na sa aming Facebook page at magpadala ng inyong mga katanungan.
Fernandina Teens TV.
Welcome back to Fernandina Teens TV Season 2. Before the short break, you have discovered the pattern in getting the cube of a binomial case 1, which is a cubed plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b cubed. As we continue, let us discover the pattern in getting the cube of a binomial case 2. We have the given the cube of the quantity a minus b. We will follow the same steps that we have done in case 1. First, we multiply the first and second binomial by using the FOIL method. Take note that we should be careful of the signs. Here, not everything will be of the same size. For the first terms, a times a is a squared. For the outer terms, positive a times negative b is equal to negative ab. For the inner terms, negative b times positive a is equal to negative ab. And the last terms, negative b times negative b is positive b squared. Then, we combine the like terms which are negative ab and negative ab. Negative ab plus negative ab is negative 2ab. The product is a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Now, we multiply a squared minus 2ab plus b squared by the third binomial, which is the quantity a minus b. Just like what we have done earlier, we will be using the distributive property. First, we multiply a squared by a. The answer is a cubed. Then, we multiply a squared by negative b. the answer is negative a squared b or minus a squared b. For the second term of the trinomial, we multiply negative 2ab by positive a, the answer is negative 2a squared b. Now, we multiply negative 2ab by negative b, the answer is positive 2ab squared. For the third term of the trinomial, we multiply positive b squared by positive a, the answer is positive ab squared. Lastly, we multiply b squared by negative b, the answer is negative b cubed. Look for the like terms and simplify them. The like terms are negative a squared b and negative 2a squared b, and positive ab squared and positive 2ab squared. Since a cubed is not like any other terms, we bring down a cubed. This will be the first term. For the second term, negative a squared b plus negative 2a squared b is equal to negative 3a squared b. For the third term, positive ab squared plus positive 2ab squared is equal to positive 3ab squared. Then, we copy negative b cubed because it is not similar with the other terms. This will be for the fourth or last term. Hence, the cube of quantity a minus b is a cubed minus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared minus b cubed. Taking the two cases of the cube of a binomial, what have you observed about the pattern? You are fantastic, Fernandina teens! If you have thought that they both have the same terms, but they differ in terms of their signs, then you were right. Other than that, notice that the first and the last terms are cubed. Both the first and the second terms of the binomial are multiplied by each other and then is multiplied by 3. But what seems to be different? Correct! On the second term, the value of a is squared, while on the third term, the value of b is squared. Do you think we can come up with an easier way on how to find the cube of a binomial without going through a lot in multiplication? Great! There is an easier way by following these steps. For example, we have the cube of the quantity a minus b. First, cube the first term, which is a. Second, 3 times the product of a squared and b. Third, 3 times the product of a and b squared. And fourth, cube the second term, which is b. Let us apply the steps on examples to find the product. Example number 1. Given the cube of the quantity 2x plus 5, what is the first term of the binomial? Very good! The first term is 2x. How about the second term? If your answer is 5, you got it right. Applying the steps in finding the cube of a binomial, what is the cube of the first term? Excellent! The cube of 2x is 8x cubed. What is the second step? 3 times the product of 2x squared and 5. So the answer is 60x squared. Third step, 3 times the product of 2x and 5 squared. The answer is 150x. The last step, cube the second term. Positive 5 cubed is positive 125. Thus, the cube of quantity 2x plus 5 is 8x cubed plus 60x squared plus 150x plus 125. It is easy, is it not? Let us have another example, but this time we will substitute the value of a and b to the pattern a cubed plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b cubed. Example number 2 is the cube of the quantity 4r squared plus 3s. Let us first identify the value of a. The value of a is 4r squared, while the value of b is 3s. Substitute 4r squared for a and 3s for b. Now, we have the cube of the quantity 4r squared plus 3 times the square of the quantity 4r squared times 3s plus 3 times 4r squared times the square of the quantity 3s plus the cube of the quantity 3s. The cube of the quantity 4r squared is equal to 64r to the 6th power. The square of the quantity 4r squared is equal to 16r to the 4th power. Multiply 16r to the 4th power by 3s. The product is 40r to the 4th power s. And multiply again by 3. The product is 144r to the 4th power s. Quantity 3r squared is equal to 9s squared. Multiply 9s squared by 4r squared. The product is 36r squared s squared. And multiply this by 3. The answer is 108r squared s squared. The cube of the quantity 3s is equal to 27s cubed. The final answer is 64r to the 6th power plus 144r to the 4th power s plus 108r squared s squared plus 27s cubed. Now, it is your turn. Find the cube of the quantity 7 minus 2g. You can use the pattern a cubed plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b cubed. You may type your answer on the comment box if you are watching on Kaganapang PHS TV. Let us see if you got the correct answer. If your answer is 343 minus 294g plus 84g squared minus 8g cubed, then you are correct. Terrific! At this point, I am pretty sure that you are ready for another activity. Ready your paper and pen if you are watching via television. Or, you can type your final answer on the comment box if you are watching via Kaganapang PHS TV. The activity is titled, You Cube. You must cube each given binomial in 5 seconds. The pattern will be flashed on the screen so that you will be guided. Are you ready to cube? Let's go! First item, what is the cube of the quantity z plus 3? Timer starts now. Time's up. The cube of quantity z plus 3 is z cubed plus 9z squared plus 27z plus 27. Last item, find the cube of the quantity x minus 2. Timer starts now. Time's up. The cube of quantity x minus 2 is x cubed minus 6x squared plus 12x minus 8. Did you get all correct answers? You are outstanding! When we come back, I will be showing you how to find the product of a binomial and a trinomial in the form quantity a plus minus b times quantity a squared minus plus ab plus b squared. Stay tuned for Nandino Teens.
Maya po oras kaya kayo, Fernandinos. Ako pala ay Elwin Arl Serrano ng City Tourism Office ng Siyudad San Fernando. Ngayong bulan na ini, pagmasusyantaya ang National Heritage Month na ating temang Victory and Humanity, Upholding Filipino Heritage and Identity. Kambena nini, metong karang aktibidades na ng siyudad, apin ng launching ng bayong Heritage Passport. Yung Heritage Passport, apin ng metong karing proyekto ng kaya katamong siyudad, yung pamanamuna ng Mayor Edwin D. Santiago. Anong nuka rin makalagelangan ding egan-agan ng heritage sites, heritage structures, na akit tamo kin kay katamong heritage district. Makakayado din kini, ding importansya da ding mapel na tradisyon kay ni syudad, kalupa ng pamangawang parol, ang poing pamangalesa. May aho siyang heritage passport, uling atin kang dapat gawan, anong nukaran puntalan mo lading at yung passport, at saka ka mag-selfie. Kay ba't kanta, palto making tourism office, at mamiyalang sticker ka rin ganaganang apuntulan mong lugar. At timang may ngari ang tutong passport. Balo mingeni, panahon na ini, tamo makain bisa lumal, uli na ng COVID-19 pandemic. Kaya naman kimbanwa ngayon agkatan ko ding bikers tamo, edad 18 hanggang 50, imbis na lumaot kayo po, di na nyo lang dita ka oras, di kaya katamong heritage structures, kaya ni syudad. Anya naman ka rin mumunang 50 bikers ang makayari kaya katamong heritage passport, midinan lang premium only San Fernando loot bag. Inggawan nyo mo bakanta makapag-register, punta kayo mismo opisina na ng City Tourism, ng munisipyo, at saka kayo magdalang metong valid ID. Kabinan kaya kayong heritage passport, ating makasipit ang instruction nung nano pa ing dapat gawan. Anya naman ka rin hanggang kapadyakin, nanano ko pa, tara na!
Fernandino Teens TV.
Welcome back, Fernandino Teens. A while back, you have learned how to cube a binomial by following 4 simple steps or by using the pattern a cubed plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b squared. Let us now have the product of a binomial and a trinomial in the form quantity a plus minus b times quantity a squared minus plus ab plus b squared. Since this is under special product, the factors of quantity a plus minus b times quantity a squared minus plus ab plus b squared have the following characteristics. Number 1, the first term of the trinomial is the square of the first term of the binomial. Number 2, the second term of the trinomial is the additive inverse of the product of the first and second terms of the binomial. Number 3, the third term of the trinomial is the square of the second term of the binomial. Help me verify if the factors follow the characteristics of the special form. Comment a heart with ribbon emoji if you think that the factors follow the characteristics of the special form. Otherwise, comment a broken heart emoji. First factors, the quantity x plus 3 times the quantity x squared plus 3x plus 9. Do the factors follow the characteristics of the special form? Broken heart, because the second term of the trinomial is not the additive inverse of the product of the first and second terms of the binomial. For this to be in a special form, the second term of the trinomial must be negative 3x or minus 3x. Next, the quantity 4a minus 1 times the quantity 16a squared plus 4a plus 1. Do the factors go by the characteristics of the special form? Heart with ribbon. When you square 4a, the result is 16a squared. The product of 4a and negative 1 is negative 4a. But we need its additive inverse, which is positive 4a or plus 4a. And the square of 1 is 1. Next, the quantity 2y minus 5 times the quantity 4y squared plus 20y plus 25. Do the factors adhere to the characteristics of the special form? Broken heart. This is because the second term of the trinomial must be positive 10y and not positive 20y. Last, the quantity 6c plus d times the quantity 36c squared minus 6cd plus d squared. Do the factors go by the characteristics of the special form? Heart with ribbon. The quantity 6c squared is equal to 36c squared. The product of 6c and d is positive 6cd, and its additive inverse is negative 6cd or minus 6cd, and the square of d is d squared. Did you get all the correct answers? I hope you got them all correctly. Now, you are ready to get the product of a binomial and a trinomial in the form quantity a plus minus d times quantity a squared minus plus ab plus b squared. Let us use distributive property in getting the product of a binomial and a trinomial in the form the quantity a plus d times the quantity a squared minus ab plus b squared. First, we distribute a, or the first term of the binomial, to every term of the trinomial. A times a squared is equal to a cubed. A times negative ab is equal to negative a squared b. A times b squared is equal to ab squared. Also, we distribute b, or the second term, to every term of the trinomial. B times a squared is equal to a squared b. B times negative ab is equal to negative ab squared. B times b squared is equal to b cubed. Now, simplify the like terms. Negative a squared b plus a squared b is equal to 0. Positive ab squared minus ab squared is equal to 0. The final answer is a cubed plus b cubed. Next, we find the product of the binomial and the trinomial in the form the quantity a minus b times the quantity a squared plus ab plus b squared. We will use also the distributive property, just like what we have done on the first case. We distribute a, or the first term of the binomial, to every term of the trinomial. A times a squared is equal to a cubed. A times ab is equal to a squared b. A times b squared is equal to ab squared. Now, we distribute negative b, or the second term, to every term of the trinomial. Negative b times positive a squared is equal to negative a squared b. Negative b times positive ab is equal to negative ab squared. Negative b times b squared is equal to negative b cubed. Now, simplify the like terms. Positive a squared b minus a squared b is equal to 0. Positive ab squared minus ab squared is equal to 0. The final answer is a cubed minus b cubed. Looking at the two cases of the product of a binomial and a trinomial in the form the quantity a plus minus b times the quantity a squared minus plus ab plus b squared, what have you observed? If you have observed that both products have the cube of the first and the last terms of the binomial, then you are correct. Moreover, we follow the operation of the binomial. Therefore, instead of going through a long procedure, we just have to cube the first and the last terms of the binomial of the given and follow its operation. It is very easy, is it not? Now, let us get the product of the verified factors a while ago. The first one is the quantity 4a minus 1 times the quantity 16a squared plus 4a plus 1, which is the binomial from the given. It is the quantity 4a minus 1. What do we do with the first term? Very good. We cube the first term. How about the second term? Great! We also cube the second term. What is the cube of the quantity 4a? Correct! It is 64a cubed. How about the cube of 1? It is 1. Fantastic! What operation should we follow? It is subtraction. Great! Hence, the final answer is 64a cubed minus 1. Next given, the quantity 6c plus d times the quantity 36c squared minus 6cd plus d squared. The binomial from the given is the quantity 6c plus d. Following the steps, what is the cube of the first and the second term? Nice! The cube of the quantity 6c is 216c cubed, while the cube of d is d cubed. What is the operation to be used? It is addition. Therefore, the final answer is 216c cubed plus d cubed. Are you wondering how do we apply special products or the algebraic expressions in general in our daily life? There are a lot of situations in real life where we can apply algebraic expressions. Remember that the very point of algebra is to represent the unknown. When you were in elementary and were given worded problems to solve, you usually make a number sentence where you use the letter n to represent the required answer. That is also what we do in algebra. We are using letters to represent the unknown. Let us have an example. Nan is planning to buy boxes for the queso de bola, which she will be giving to her relatives and friends on Christmas. If the length of one side or edge of the box is 2 plus x, what is the volume of the box? Understanding the problem, what do we need to look for? We need to find the volume of the box. Great! Assuming that the box is a cube, then the formula we will be using is V equals E cubed, where E is the edge or length of one side of the cube. Substitute the given length, which is 2 plus x. Now, we have V equals quantity 2 plus x cubed. Does this look familiar to you? It is the cube of a binomial, and because of that, we will be using the procedure or the pattern in solving this one. Do you still remember the pattern we have used to solve the cube of a binomial? Very good! It is a cubed plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b cubed. What is the value of a and b? Impressive! The value of a and b are 2 and x respectively. Substituting the value of a and b, it will now look like this. 2 cubed plus 3 times 2 squared times x plus 3 times 2 times x squared plus x cubed. What is the volume of the box? Fantastic! It is 8 plus 12x plus 6x squared plus x cubed. You may be wondering how this answer can help Nan. Nan plans to buy different sizes of boxes because the queso de bola also differs in size. Also, Nan has said that she knows the diameter of the queso de bola. We can say that the first term of the binomial, which is 2, is the allowance in the box, while x is the diameter of each queso de bola. Instead of always measuring, Nan can just use the algebraic expression 2 plus x to compute for the volume of the boxes she needs. That is just one of the many applications of algebraic expressions in real life. When we return, an exciting activity will surely stimulate your mind, so don't go away.
Hindi lamang sa larangan ng pangkabuhayan apektado ang maraming pamilyang Pilipino, kundi maging sa larangan ng pagkatuto ng bawat batang Pilipino. Inilunsad ng siyudad ng San Fernando ang programang Nurturing Environment and System for Thriving or NEST, isang education community pantry na naglalayon para sa isang malawakang pagtulong, pagtantabay at paggabay na ang focus ay ang makapagbigay ng tulong at suporta sa ating mga mag-aaral sa pamamagitan ng pagbibigay ng educational needs gaya na lamang ng school supplies, tutorial sessions, study tips, at iba pang mga pamamaraan na mas lalong makatutulong sa pag-angat ng ating edukasyon. Dahil hindi hadlang ang pandemya sa magandang kinabukasang naghihintay sa ating mga mag-aaral. Sino-sino nga ba ang mga kalahok sa programang ito? Sa pagtutulungan ng ating school administrators, guro, magulang, at iba pang mga miyembro ng ating komunidad gaya ng barangay officials at sangguniang kabataan ay siguradong magiging mas matagumpay ang programang ito. Paano nga ba ang magiging proseso ng naturang programa? Una, magkakaroon tayo ng isang Facebook group, ang Pampanga High School NEST Education Community Pantry na pangungunahan ng Educational Pantry Coordinator. Ang mga magulang, tagapangalaga at mga guro ay ia-add ng ating Educational Pantry members sa Facebook group na ito. Sa page na ito maaaring i-post ng mga magulang at tagapangalaga o sino mang miyembro ng Educational Pantry ang kanilang mga kahilingan o requests. Kailangan ding ilagay ang pangalan ng mag-aaral, grade at section para sa mas agarang aksyon. Oo nga pala, hindi lang requests ang pwedeng i-post. Pwede ring mag-post ang mga nais magbigay ng tulong o mga gustong mag-donate. Sabi nga nila, sharing is caring. Tandaan na ang Facebook group na ito ay pribado at posts na may kaugnayan lamang sa page na ito ang maaaprobahan. Mayroon din palang Google Form na ipamamahagi kung saan maaari nating isumite ang ating requests o kahilingan. Paano naman ang mga walang internet access sa bahay? Huwag mangamba dahil merong mga nakalaang drop boxes ang ating paaralan na kung saan maaaring ihulog ng mga magulang at tagapangalaga ang kanilang requests. Sa mga nais namang mag-donate ng school supplies, maaaring ilagay ang mga ito sa tabi ng drop boxes. Maaari ring mag-donate ng mga kagamitan o cash donation kaakibat ang pagsusumite ng deed of donation form. Pangalawa, mahalaga ang ugnayan ng mga guro at ng mga magulang o tagapangalaga sa programang ito. Gamit ang video calls o chats ay ipahahayag ng mga guro ang adhikain ng programang ito sa mga magulang o tagapangalaga. Maaari ring gawin ang orientation na ito ng face-to-face kasabay ng schedule ng kuhanan ng mga module. Gaya ng nabanggit, hindi lamang mga bagay ang maaaring i-donate. Pwede ring mag-conduct ng tutorial session, study tips, at iba pang mga kagamitan sa pagkatuto gaya ng mga aklat o kaya ay gadgets. Ikatlo, ang requested needs ng ating mga magulang o tagapangalaga ay ililista ng ating NEST focal person. Ang mga coordinator naman ang mag-aayos ng mga ito. Ang advisors ng ating mga mag-aaral, guidance counselor, at iba pang mga guro ay ipaaalam sa ating mga magulang at tagapangalaga ang petsa at oras ng pamimigay ng requested needs na gaganapin sa paaralan. Sabi nga nila, it takes a village to raise a child. Kaya naman aktibo at iba yung pakikilahok ang inaasahan sa pagsasanib puwersa ng paaralan at barangay na siyang tutukoy sa pangangailangan ng bawat Fernandinong mag-aaral at kikilos upang matugunan ito sa tulong at suporta rin ng mga miyembro ng komunidad. Isang malawakang komunidad para sa isang produktibong educational community pantry ay tiyak na lilikha ng iba yung pagkilos upang maging mas magaan at madali ang pagkatuto ng bawat kabataang Fernandino. Kaya naman tandaan, magbigay ayon sa kakayahan, kumuha ayon sa pangangailangan.
Fernandino Teens TV.
Welcome back to Fernandino Teens TV Season 2. Earlier, you have learned how to find the product of a binomial and a trinomial in the form the quantity a plus minus b times the quantity a squared minus plus ab plus b squared, and how to use algebraic expressions in real life. To know whether you have really understood how to find the product of a binomial and a trinomial in the form quantity a plus minus b times quantity a squared minus plus ab plus b squared, we will have an activity. The activity is entitled the Honeycomb game. For the mechanics, you must find the product of a binomial and a trinomial in the form quantity a plus minus b times quantity a squared minus plus ab plus b squared hidden in each shape. You must answer correctly to remove the shape from the honeycomb and to move on to the next shape. Ready? The first one is the circle. Find the product of the quantity 2x plus 5 times the quantity 4x squared minus 10x plus 25. Your 5 seconds starts now. Time's up! The answer is 8x cubed plus 125. Did you get the correct answer? Great! You can now move to the next shape. The second shape is the triangle. Find the product of the quantity 6w minus 3 times the quantity 36w squared plus 18w plus 9. Your 5 seconds starts now. Time's up! The answer is 216w cubed minus 27. Fantastic! If you got the correct answer, then you can move to the next shape. The third shape is the star. Find the product of the quantity 3x minus 4y times the quantity 9x squared plus 12xy plus 16y squared. Your 5 seconds starts now. Time's up! The answer is 27x cubed minus 64y cubed. You are doing great! You get the chance to move to the last shape. The fourth and last shape is the umbrella. Find the product of the quantity 7m plus 3n cubed times quantity 49m squared minus 21mn cubed plus 9n to the 6th power. Your 5 seconds starts now. Time's up! The answer is 343m cubed plus 27n to the 9th power. Congratulations for finishing the Honeycomb game. Here are the steps in getting the cube of a binomial. Here are the characteristics of the product of a binomial and a trinomial in the form the quantity a plus minus b times the quantity a squared minus plus ab plus b squared. While these are the steps in getting their product. That will be all for Nandino Teens. Remember, you can assume values or numbers because we do not know the future yet. But it is always good to plan ahead of time. At your age, you need enough time to sleep so that you will have a lot of energy by daytime, which will make you ready for school and ready to learn and absorb a lot of knowledge taught by your teachers. Just like what Benjamin Franklin said, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. These are the references I have used in this episode. I hope that you have learned a lot about algebraic expressions and how to use them in daily life. This has been your math teacher lecturer, Ma'am Maya. Thank you for watching Fernandino Teens TV Season 2.
Ayan, alam ko na anong gagawin ko para makuha ang size ng mga box ng mga queso de bola. Ang dali lang pala.
Oo nga, at saka ginagamit pala natin lagi ang algebra. Hindi lang natin napapansin. Nakakamangha na kahit sa isang simpleng pagpaplano lang ay may mga algebraic expression pala na ginagamit.
Tama ka dyan. Favorite ko na ngayon ang algebra. Kaya naman,
Maraming salamat, Ma'am.
Isa na namang makabuluhang talakayan ang ating natunghayan Fernandino Teens.
samahan niyo ulit kami sa susunod na episode ng Fernandino
Teens,
TV!
Season 2.
Kung saan ang kabataang Fernandino ay angat sa angking talino.
Bagong umaga, yakapin mo ang bagong pag-asa. Simulan mong abutin ang iyong pangarap na magbibigay dangal sa iyong bukas. Ang suliranin, hindi laging nandyan, dapat mong harapin. Kami iyong kasama sa bawat takin, magkaakbay nating lulutasin. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, ang boses mo ay mahalaga. Dito sa Fernandino Teens TV, ikaw lagi ang bida. Ang mga aral ay ginintuang atin ng bawat guro na siyang gagabay sa iyong pagkamulat. Naway umukit ito sa iyong isipan. Maging mapanuri, sundin ng wasto at nararapat, kagandahang nasa